Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And it's Richmond to start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for Richmond, we've got Brown. He's out there with DeAndre Liggins. Mickey out there with Hammonds. Hammers the alley-oop through. The season now starting to take shape, Brent. We have a better idea of who the real championship contenders might be.
There seem to be a lot of familiar faces, Kevin.
I agree.
Always.
That's okay. I like that.
Yeah, I do too, because in the beginning of the year, we have to do those radio shows and make predictions. Some of our predictions are coming true. Yes. Thank goodness.
I know. We look smart, don't we?
Or I don't know about that.
You know you look smart. I don't. You look smart. Here's Liggins. Five to shoot. To the wing on the left. Richmond with a new shot clock. He gets it in there.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Eric Spoelstra. David?
Well, Kevin, we talked at length about how they plan to contain this excellent offense. He said, our opponent changes, but our principles stay constant. It's about denying high percentage shots and layups and open threes. If we can make them shoot contested jumpers, and they make them, we'll tip our caps to them. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. He really has them focused on not letting this game turn into a shootout.
And that's the way you've got to play it against them. I mean, start trading baskets with this group, and you play right into their hands.
Well, the mindset then has to be about a physical basketball game with bodying up the bigs and not getting any free runs to the hoop. So let's see if physicality becomes a part of this one.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Baldwin. He had a 15-point outing in their last game again. Adams outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Well, 10,000 hours of practice at work here, blocking out all distractions and just shooting your shot.
It's good. Brown's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, if my counting is right, they've made 4 of their first 5. That's good.
Adams against Brown, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And let's check out the stats for Liggins. How he did last season. First in steals, 5th in blocks, and he ranked in the top 10 in assists. An incredible knack for drawing defenders and finding the open man.
And as you said, first in steals last season. You have to say he's the best ball hawk in the league right now. It may not even be close.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
ABC's checked in for Richmond. ABC comes in for DeAndre Liggins. And it's the Bronx with the ball. They trail by 7, and the shot goes in. ABC's got a second bucket tonight. And so Brown will bring it up for Richmond.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Well, 9 times out of 10, if you can't take advantage of the freebies at this level, the outcome is not going to be in your favor.
Here's Collinsworth up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Stolen. Fast break, the Bronx. Here's Boucher, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Brown outside. Here is Cook. From 13, and it's Felder with the rebound.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
Here's Moreland. ABC passes to Felder. Trying his luck deep. The shot, no good. For Richmond, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And that one is hammered home.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
The pass to Collinsworth. A stupendous finish in traffic. Collinsworth's got his first points of the game. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Richmond leads by only 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Richmond so far. Guys?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, that prevented some points, didn't it? Also, how you have that intimidation factor going early on, you wonder if in the fourth quarter they'll think back to the first.
Here's the Bronx. They trail by 1. And going against Richmond, their first meeting on the year.
And on paper, you'd call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
They've got ABC, and it's Lloyd in a 2-guard. And for Richmond, Hammonds is out there with ABC, and it's ABC, and it's ABC, and it's Williams at the 2 spot.
It's foolish leaving anyone that wide open from outside the arc. The D has got to be better.
And for the Bronx, they've got Felder, and it's ABC in at the center position. Boucher passes to ABC.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Terry. Here's ABC. There's the feed to Terry. 3 on the clock. And it's Cook missing. And it's the Bronx with the ball.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
Yeah, you check the stat sheet and you can dominate just about every other facet of the game, but it's not going to make up for anything if you shoot the ball at such a low percentage.
Williams kicks to Cook. Brent, I'm sure there were times, and you've won 2 championships, where you thought you were going to win a title, and it didn't happen.
I'll go back to the first night that I thought potentially we were going to win a title with San Antonio, and that was in the 2005 finals against Detroit. We had come back home for a Game 6 that I thought we were going to win, and we did not. And sort of the pressure that mounted after that game to know that we were going to a Game 7 and had lost an opportunity where we really did feel coming off of Game 5 we were going to win. It certainly elevated the intensity of the Game 7, which we eventually won at home for our title in 2005.
And it's Terry with the ball for Richmond. Right side, Williams. And finished off by Williams.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Here's Boucher. Buries it down low. Boucher's got his second bucket of the night.
No defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
Williams looking over the floor. Here's ABC, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
For Richmond, they've gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
ABC. 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, he talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Adams with it. Down low. And Richmond pushing it up now with some arc. And he lays it up and in. And Richmond leads by 6.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
1:29 left now here in the second. And the shot falls short this time.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
Here's Mickey. 9 points last game. 4 on the clock. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Pass to ABC. Here's Baldwin. Here's Adams. And another miss by the Bronx.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
And 2 for 1, that's what they'd like to get right now.
Working the clock is one element, but you also want to get as good a shot as you can.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Here's ABC. Adams, some nice D. Out to the right wing. Here's Baldwin. Offensive rebound. McIntosh. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. And now it's just a 4-point Richmond lead. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Richmond ahead. They're up by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what did you like about your team's play so far?
Well, our energy and activity. We're coming off a game where we did not do that consistently. The guys took it to heart, owned it. This is a very athletic, quick team as well, so we have to sustain it now.
We'll see who comes out on top in the second half. Thanks, Bo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Looking at Richmond, Kenny, some perspective, please.
They were really efficient on offense, shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
The second half is gut check time for the defense. Allowing over 60% shooting is weak sauce. Weak barbecue sauce, weak Butterfinger sauce, weak sauce, period. The coach needs a light fire under these guys. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it, Ernie.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
They can see through the #1
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. When you look at ABC in this game, he's been everywhere.
And through 2 quarters, surprising how aggressive he was offensively.
You know what? That guy's not going to hurt us. Don't worry about him. Boom. Supporting role, and then he puts some points on you. They better make an adjustment.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Bronx trails by 4. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. We've got DeAndre Liggins. He's out there with Brown. Hammonds is out there with Mickey. Now here's Adams. Fires the 3. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. And a brief look now at the best rebounders from the point guard position over the past month. You look at Adams, one of the game's best, second in the league.
And this is a unique group of players. It's not often we talk about the rebound leaders at the point, but with these guys, it's warranted because of just how well they do it.
It's a dimension of the game that so few point guards have, and it's an attribute that makes them much more valuable to their ball clubs. To have that many rebounds coming from the point guard position, what a plus you got there.
Richmond leading by 4. Inside. Stolen away. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Baldwin the pass to Moreland. Here's ABC. Drains the three-pointer. ABC's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Bronx. And so Brown will bring it up for Richmond. Here's Liggins. Pick off in midair. To the middle. It's tipped for the lead. And the layup is up and in. 17 points for ABC.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
The kick out to Brown. Here's Liggins. Back to Brown. Drills the three-pointer. Brown's got 5 now.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
Here's ABC. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Brown the pass to Hammonds. 18 feet out. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Buckets coming in bunches right now. He is just being big time.
So it's Richmond now after the Bronx got the three-pointer. Here's Mickey. Count it from 12. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the best player in the NBA?
5 years from now, the best player in the NBA will be
Antetokounmpo? I'm going to go.
Wow.
I'm going to go and just say that right now.
You think he'll be the best player in the league?
If he does not get injured, I think he'll be the best player in the NBA. 5 years from now.
Okay, that sounds good.
Give me another name.
Is Joel Embiid going to be the man in the league?
I like that if he stays healthy. Of course, you can say that with anybody. Right?
You can say it with anybody, but Joel Embiid might just be that guy.
Wow. Special talents. Now here's Brown. He has 5. It doesn't go for him.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
They get the rebound. Miller outside. Out left to the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Moreland. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Brown. There's the lob to the hoop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. For the Bronx, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Passes it to ABC. He kicks to Miller. Pass to Adams. That one falls. Adams has got the lead up to 3 now for the Bronx.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Back to Brown. Over Adams. And another basket from Richmond.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and it's the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Adams has got 7 points in the game. 11 seconds left to play in the third. Brown outside. The shot, no good. And we'll be back with you shortly. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Felder, and it's Boucher in at the 4. ABC passes to Cook. Six to shoot. And it's blocked, and he gets it back. Here's Moreland. Now the pass to Felder. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the middle. That one's good, and the Bronx lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Cook.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. No good from Felder. For Richmond, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's ABC. Kicks to Cook. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And Richmond leads by 1.
And as much offense as we saw earlier, I mean, we're seeing even more of it here now late in the game.
What is this, February? Feels like an all-star game is broken out. Neither side willing or able to stop the other.
And another miss by the Bronx. For Richmond, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. To the paint, here's ABC.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, we talk about the D. Let's credit the offense. He attacked right there from the moment he saw the opening, not letting the defense react.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Back to Cook. Fires from deep. Doesn't go that time. The Bronx goes the other way with it.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
And the basket by Collinsworth. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Pass to ABC. Down low. It's deflected. Here's Collinsworth. Here's Moreland. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Moreland's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bronx.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Timeout called here. Richmond decides to talk it over.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, ABC.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. We'll see what they can do, Kevin.
And it's the Bronx with the ball, following the score by Richmond. Here's Miller. Rebound by Hammonds. Hammonds got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's rebounded by Moreland.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And it's good for 2. ABC's got 12 points here in the second half.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Well, it's nice that he holds some things in reserve because he knows his time to explode, and then the soft lane.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Rebound by Hammonds.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Timeout called, the Bronx. They're down by 1. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Richmond making a change here. Liggins is checked in. Here's Baldwin. And Adams kicks to Baldwin. Brown against Adams. Shoots over Brown. It's good!
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
From the line, count it!
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now. And you know what? The defense allowed him to get into that rhythm.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Timeout called here. Richmond decides to talk it over. They trail by 2. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. On defense, the Bronx, a 2-point game from 13. It's hauled in by Adams, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter, and he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Time working against them here.
Got to grab a quick score and a foul, and even then, it might be too late.
Brown kicks to Liggins. They get it again. Here's Mickey. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. So a close game, seeing the Bronx taking this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.